Mobile and wireless security. Let's look at some numbers. Smartphone sales, thanks in part to Apple's iPhone, rose to 472 million units worldwide in 2011. In the same year, global tablet sales were reported to be 60 million units. It's estimated that phones and tablets will help push total computer sales to over a billion units in the year 2014. That's a lot of devices clamoring for connectivity. Just how do you protect all that information? First, let's look at some of the threats mobile devices face. According to a recent survey of IT professionals, 72% named careless employees as more of a security threat than hackers. Some of the corporate information found on mobile devices includes email, contacts, corporate data, and network login credentials. This can be a problem if a device is lost or stolen. Open Wi-Fi, while convenient, poses a serious problem as sensitive information sent over an insecure connection can be captured by malicious individuals using sniffing tools. Mobile device manufacturers sometimes release updates and patches infrequently, which can leave a device vulnerable to attacks. Users not applying these updates can also be an issue. Mobile malware attempts to gain access to the device to steal data, cause damage, or generally annoy the device's owner. Some malware, once it gains a foothold on the system, can download additional code from the internet. Applications can be downloaded through both official and unofficial marketplaces. Unless jailbroken, iPhones can only download apps from Apple's App Store. Most Android devices, however, can download from unofficial sources. This is an easy way for malware, spyware, and grayware to find its way onto a device. There are also threats that can be hard to see. Are you on the correct network? Who are you connecting to? Who's connected to you? Is your VPN configured correctly? These questions can be difficult to answer. Bluetooth lets equipped devices share information via radio waves in a personal area network, or PAN. Unfortunately, this technology can also be used as a vehicle for hackers. Let's look at a few of the ways that they can do this. Bluejacking is really just a harmless prank with the goal of provoking a response from the victim. No actual data is changed or compromised. While harmless, bluejacking could prove annoying. The easiest way to avoid this type of prank is to reject a business card or message and set your phone to non-discoverable mode. You should also use a PIN or a password if you decide to leave Bluetooth on. This has a funny name, but blue snarfing could compromise your device and give an attacker access to your information, your conversations, and your device. Take these precautions to avoid being a victim of blue snarfing. Don't pair with unknown devices. Set your device to undiscoverable mode. Check for patches for your particular phone and if it's vulnerable to this type of attack. Blue bugging is similar to blue snarfing in that a hacker can access your information and even use your device to connect to the internet. Both types of attack require the perpetrator to be within 30 feet of the target. To avoid this type of attack, take the same precautions as with blue snarfing. Fortunately, newer phones are immune to this type of vulnerability. So what can you do to protect yourself? Well, are some things that can be done on the devices themselves. Set the device to automatically lock when idle. Enable a passcode to unlock the device. For really sensitive information, the device should be configured to erase data after a set number of failed access attempts. Ensure that the OS is up to date to close any known security vulnerabilities. Connect manually to Wi-Fi hotspots. Install a mobile security suite from a reputable company. Disable Bluetooth when not in use. And enable SSL when viewing emails. With mobile devices becoming ubiquitous in the workplace, companies must find ways to ensure safety. Some measures they can take are to use password protection. Any company information stored on a company device needs to have a password or PIN. Information on flash memory cards should be encrypted. The cards themselves should be accounted for and kept in a safe location. Data files should be encrypted. Backups should be performed on a regular basis to prevent loss of data. Limit what software can be used on mobile devices to company-approved applications. Create a company policy detailing how mobile devices can be used. Here's some helpful steps to improve the management of wireless security. Label and keep inventory of wireless devices. Create backups. Perform security testing. Perform random security audits. Monitor wireless technology for new threats. Monitor the wireless industry for changes in the release of new products. No longer just protecting laptops or desktops, security companies are now offering enterprise the technology to securely deploy iPhones, iPads, Androids, Blackberries, and more. Here's some of the products on the market. Symantec Mobile Management. All devices can be managed from a central location with this suite. McAfee Enterprise Mobility Management. This suite lets companies configure mobile devices to match the security policies of the organization. McAfee Virus Scan Mobile. Limited to Android devices, this anti-malware application protects against viruses, worms, trojans, and other malicious code. Trend Mobile Security Personal. This inexpensive offering from Trend is also limited to Android-only devices. Lookout Mobile Security. Highly rated and free, this software can be used on iPhones and Android devices. Whether you're on a mobile phone, tablet, or laptop, there's some steps that you can take to protect yourself and your home network. Change the default passwords. These are readily available to attackers. Change the default SSID to something that obscures the brand and model of your device and does not easily identify you personally. Enable WPA2 encryption. Use WEP if nothing else is available, but know that it is easily compromised. Enable MAC address filtering. This won't deter an experienced hacker, but does provide a small measure of protection. Assign static IP addresses to devices instead of using DHCP. Don't forget to enable firewalls. Also, position the router or access point safely. Try to place the router in the center of your building to reduce the amount of signal escape. Turn off the network during extended periods of non-use. Whether you're on the road or just at the local coffee shop, there's some things you can do to keep your guard up and the thieves at bay. Check that you are connected to the real access point and not an imposter. If you have to, ask the network's owner for the correct name of the network. Disable ad hoc sharing on your device. Use a VPN if possible, and be sure the VPN is set up correctly. Encrypt your files. Use a firewall on your device. Avoid inputting your password or engaging in financial transactions on any open Wi-Fi connection. Keep your operating system patched and up to date. While there is no surefire way to prevent attacks, taking these basic security precautions should help reduce your chances of being a victim.